Hi guys, Mike back again with another Build the Millennium Falcon update. It's been a while for this one, and it's just kind of been trudging along really. We are up to issue 65, so everything I'm going to show you is up to and including issue 65. So we've only got 35 more issues to go. We're well more than halfway through. It's 100 issues in total, and I'll show you where we are. So last you saw, I think we did the motorized ramp for the bottom hull section. So we've seen this before. This is all now completely complete. These bolts are in there just so I can reverse it basically and stand it on its other end, which we'll do now, as you can see. So it doesn't compromise the pins on the ramp, because obviously they'd break. So this is what it looks like. We've seen this before. I've shown you this before. I've still got the thrust vectors to put on the back, but I want to paint this first. And there's still some finer detail, greavely bits to put on the lower hull, but I don't want to put them on yet because they're quite fragile, and I don't want to break them. So this bottom hull section, like I said previously, is all ready for paint. We've got some magnetized bits here that come out if you want to have the landing gear in. So there's two here, two up here, and one at the very front. And we've got the gun, the cannon to put in there as well once that's painted. So that's the lower hull. So we'll just shift this a second so we don't break it, because that would be a shame. And I'm chucking the camera about everywhere there. So that's the lower hull. And then we've got the top hull, which now is completely done. This is the framework for the top hull, and this is exactly the same kind of makeup as the lower hull. You start off with this framework, which it takes a long time to put together, but you need to take your time, make sure it all fits nicely, make sure all the screws are all lined up in it and it fits together nicely. There's no kind of rattly bits. And there we go. That's the top of the hull there. So this is going to be the curved section here for the corridor to the cockpit, and we've got our side sections here. This is where we will access the cargo bay, and this section up here is where the battery box ultimately goes when it's all kind of finished. So next issue 66, we start putting all of the plating onto the framework, which I like to do, which is enjoyable. So at the moment, I've got a big tub of stuff, basically. This is the big tub of Millennium Falcon bits. I'll just show you. So at the moment, you just get a vast array of hull plating, effectively, and then on your blueprints, it shows you where to go, and obviously in the magazines on a monthly basis, it shows you exactly where things are located and how to fit them. You've also got, again, this curved section here, which is the bit that goes down towards the cockpit. We've got a magnetized section here. We've got some magnets on this bit here, so that fits on there nicely. So you can access the corridor once it's fully completed. But again, so that's all that. So I'm going to fit all of those panels to the framework after issue 66, and then it all really starts to come together. You've seen all of the, let me show you, all of the painted bits in there, the cargo bay and the cockpit and the corridor sections and the gunner sections here. So we've seen all of those, and then all that's left to show you is just my other toolbox full of bits and bobs, basically. So I'll lift the camera up, it's easier. So we've got some cockpit glass. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but we've got it. Got the battery packs and some electrics here for the ramp. We've got our guns, our cannons in there. They're all our thrust vectors and bits in there that we need to paint up. But I want to, like I said, want to paint the hull first before I kind of get into that. Got our circuit board there for all the electrics. Bought these at Salute in 2015. Barrels and stuff and kind of futuristic things that I was going to paint up at the cargo bay. So again, may or may not do that. And then we've got these sprues of greebly bits, just things left to attach, and all sorts of detailing work that's going to go onto the hull ultimately. So yeah, it's coming along. Like I said, 35 issues left to go. The next issue, like I said, issue 66, is putting all the plating onto the top hull. And then at some point we're going to be joining the top hull to the bottom hull, and constructing the mandibles of the Millennium Falcon to give it that kind of iconic look there. So yeah, I mean, it's really getting on. So I need to decide really what I'm going to do, and how I'm going to go about painting it. So once all the hull plating is on the framework, we'll have a look then. There's the there's the beast as it is at the moment. We'll have a decide about what we're going to do about painting it. So that's it. That's a little Millennium Falcon update, just to show you what's going on. And that's it for me for now. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.